shot. He'll go to the stripe for two. That one on Rose.
And with Powell, that 46-point game, he became the oldest player to get 45 points and 15 rebounds. And a final point, guys, with Powell's career game. It's crazy to think that he did it while not being the first offensive option. I mean, he had been the go-to guy with his time in Memphis for so long.
And he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
Plain one-hand flush. I love it.
Clark, I think he got a few more inches on his vertical by going with the spike.
Yeah, the one hand lets you get up high.
No doubt about it. At least it looks like that.
Oh! I don't know that this is the time for that kind of flair. In a close game, the important thing is the 2 points, not the dramatics.
Oh, come on, Clark. He had to go for it, didn't he?
Yeah, but hey. He's an athlete, and I can't fault him for that one. Although, if he missed it, I might have.
6 to shoot. Here's Butler. So he gets the whistle. Contact on the way up, and 2 shots coming up.
Really impressed with the way Jimmy Butler last season made big strides in his game, going from a supporting role player to someone you can build your team around.
And he can't make the second free throw either, missing both. And Jimmy Butler had the career highs across the board last season, won the Most Improved Player of the Year award, really picking up his production in his 4th season.
You know, we had seen the flashes of potential in Butler before. Last season, he sustained great play and really took everything to the next level.
Harden up top, defended by Butler. Harden kicks to Beverly, pulls it up. A second chance effort. And it's Chicago with the rebound. Gasol's got 7 rebounds in the game. Here's Rose. And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here.
Excellent game we've seen from Derrick Rose. He's got 33 points and 3 steals. He's had great awareness out there, exploiting those passing lanes and coming up with steals.
And Clark, it's as if he's been a step ahead of everyone else out there today.
And so it's Houston with it. Here is Harden. Got a piece of it. And stolen by Butler. Clark, their offense has been great here.
Yeah, I love the way they've looked. Really strong and together.
Yeah, the ball movement has been terrific, and they've kept the defense off balance.
It's Harden with the drive. Kicks to Beverly. Ariza has the open look. Lands soft on the front of the rim and drops.
His eyes were wide open there, guys. Excellent vision to see they had an open shot outside and get it there.
Rose dishes to Gasol. And Gibson kicks to McDermott. Rose against Beverly. Gasol a screen. Rose passes to Gasol. Here's Gibson. Good, and the assist goes to Gasol. And the Bulls lead by 4.
Really crisp, intelligent passing to make that basket possible.
Beverly dishes to Howard. Gasol with the steal. .122 left in the 4th quarter. Rose kicks to Gasol. Pass to McDermott. 6 on the shot clock. And Butler, here we go. It's Chicago with another bucket.
Whatever their plan was defensively that time, it didn't work. Not if it results in that shot.
It's going to take something special for them to come back now.
Well, I would say something special and some luck as well, or good fortune, however you want to phrase it. Unfortunately, that's been the result for him over and over, guys. He just cannot find the bottom of the basket.
Excellent work there in transition.
Yeah, I think it's always better to go early in transition, to attack when it's there, because oftentimes you can beat the defense down the floor. Well, I tell you, he squeezed that orange as tight as he could before that throwdown.
Yeah, no way he was going to lose that thing on the way up. You're right, Clark.
And better safe than sorry on that one, guys.
And he says right back at you with a big dunk of his own.
You just no let up, guys. They just keep coming at you.
Well, this lead is too big to overcome. I'm going out on the limb right now. There's just not enough time left on the clock to make up the ground they have to make up.
And maybe, you know, he thinks he can shoot himself out of the cold spell, but I don't think that's the case. Maybe somebody want to tell him to ease up off the threes.
And it's Harden slamming it down. Just floating to the rim on that slam.
Boy, when he gets up and stays up.
Man, you could clock his hang time with an hourglass.
There's 18 seconds left here in the fourth quarter, and that's an intentional foul. And he misses the first one. Boy, he wanted that one to fall. So he comes up empty at the line. And it's Houston's ball. They trail by 6. Count it!
And that assist got him a little nod from his teammate after that one.
And now an intentional foul. They need the ball back as soon as possible.
Yeah, you have to do that, though. You can't just let him dribble the game.
Exactly. I mean, you got to stop the clock any way possible and hope they alligator arm a few of those free throws.
He's off on the free throw and able to get that second one to drop in. Timeout called, the Rockets.
They can't guard us on the perimeter.
They're down by 5. There's 10 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
Spacing.
What do you think, guys?
Yeah, time, a huge factor right now. They've got to get points and then the foul.
Yeah, it has to be quick because every tick is critical.
And there's the call on Patrick Beverley. And so he's picked up his final foul. And he will sit for the rest of this game. And he cannot convert on the second. That misses. Now a timeout called by Houston. They're trailing by 3. 7 seconds left in the fourth quarter.
A three-pointer would be huge right now.
Boy, a chance to tie it up with the game on the line. This is what we live for.
Got it! He got it!
Just in time.
What a shot!
And guys, that's one for the highlight reel. They needed a 3 to extend.
Time expires, and we're going to overtime. From the United Center in Chicago, back in a moment. And what great competition we're seeing so far. After regulation, the stalemate, and we'll see now how these two teams in these few minutes of basketball pan out. And it's Chicago to start out, and no shortage of excitement here, and we're officially underway in overtime in this game. All fueled up and ready to go to overtime basketball here, brought to us by Gatorade. Let's check out who's on the floor. Taking a look at the Rockets, Ariza and Jones at the small and power forward. Terry and Harden are the 1 and 2. And it's Howard in at the center. Now here's Rose. Shoots from the corner, and good! He nails it. Rose has got 41. Rocket shooting at 52% from the field. They're clicking. Terry the pass to Ariza. He's looking for Howard and finds him. And Gibson sends it back. Chicago's gone outside a lot tonight. 17 times, in fact. 7 of 17. Terry against Rose to the inside. It's stolen by Ariza. And it's Houston on the break. Here's Harden. Makes it off the glass. Harden's got 4 points in the quarter.
And good passing, setting up a lot of these buckets right now, Kevin. That's been the key.
Time-dropping delights is what I call it.
Yeah, that was a nice pass. I will give you that.
Yeah, he was on the money, that's no doubt.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And that one's good. Harden's got 57 points.
Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
That's right. 5 of their last 6 makes were on the interior. They've established their inside presence.
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
And how high can you fly? I mean, he finishes that one with some pop.
GA after getting loose in the lane with a scintillating move.
Well, I tell you what, he deserves to do some collar popping after that sequence.
And here we go, the Bulls fast break. Can't get it to go. Good work defensively by Terry. Rockets have gone 3 for 5 for their shot since we got started here in overtime. Ariza. They get it back. Back to Terry. Just under 2.5 minutes passed here in this overtime. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Ariza. Ty Lawson, he's checked in for Jason Terry. Chicago leading. Rose kicks to Gasol. And stolen by Ariza. The finish and the jam by Harden.
Oh, man, what a turnaround. Sensational play on D and then the rapid-fire run to the basket.
Craig, they didn't wait around, did they? They went right for the throat.
Guys, this is crunch time now. When you got a chance to capitalize on the turnover, you got to take it and make it.
Down to 5 on the shot clock. Here's Rose. Ariza with the rebound. Ariza's got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Back to Lawson. Launches a 3, and the shot is good. And now a 4-point Rocket lead.
Most any NBA player can make you pay when you leave them that wide open. That's why you have to stay alert on defense.
Rose dishes to Gibson. And he takes that one up and powers it through.
Rising high to throw that one down.
Sky high. Fantastic one-hand jam.
Nice way there, guys, to finish up that possession.
Looking at the clock, just over 3.5 minutes into OT. Harden inside the three-point line, and he tries off the glass, but it's no good. It's 3-on-3 on the fast break. Pass to Snell. Dishes to Butler. Now the pass to Rose. Gasol's in the post. Working on Jones. And here's Rose outside. Great D that time from Lawson.
It has not been an easy quarter for him, at least offensively speaking.
Harden with it, and Rose picks him up defensively. It's Harden with the drive. Nails it!
Man, they're getting a fantastic effort from James Harden right now.
Chicago with the ball. Gibson with the screen on Lawson. Here's Rose. Connects! And he has brought them to within 2 points.
Boy, right now it's really tough to stop Rose.
Clark, they'll be trying to take as much time off the clock as they can.
Exactly. Expect to see some long possessions out of them going forward.
5-second differential between the shot clock and the game clock. Harden kicks to Howard. That's tipped. Outside Butler. And they commit an intentional foul. We'll see another one of those so they can get into the penalty. Here is Harden. From deep. And so it's a narrow victory for Houston, pulling it out for the double. They had to scrape and claw to push it to overtime, but they really came on in the extra period.
Yeah, when adversity was at its greatest, they came up big. They seemed to relax a little bit once we got into overtime.
And now we'll send it down to Doris Burke, who's standing by courtside.
Dwight, coming off the loss in last game, what was the difference tonight in how this team played?
The 2K Sports postgame show.
Welcome back, Ernie Johnson, along with Shaq and Kenny the Jet. Let's quickly move forward now to the presentation of our Jordan Player of the Game, James Harden. It was lights out shooting at its best from him in this game. 60-plus points is rarefied territory that few players ever see in the NBA. But we saw it here tonight. Truly jaw-dropping.
He was up to every single challenge he faced tonight. He was in such control of the ball.
And that'll do it for our broadcast tonight. Hope you enjoyed the show. For me and Kenny Smith, Shaquille O'Neal, and Kevin Harlan, and the entire 2K Sports crew, have a wonderfully